Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Traversatile and today I'll be adding in some new cash envelopes and redistributing the money from a fund I no longer need. Let's get into the video. For more than a year, my husband and I have been planning on leaving the States and traveling wherever. We aren't certain where we want to live. We want to visit a lot of places, but we just know that we don't want to live here long term. It turned out that us leaving kept getting pushed back month after month, first from lack of funds, but then I got a job offer and I had to stay here for a couple months, and we were okay with it, but we just ended up staying here until I was done with my job, which was supposed to be this July. But then a couple months ago, someone offered both of us a job at a place I've already been volunteering for years. And they said they're willing to provide any finances, any resource, any paperwork we need, as long as we stay for a few years. We were hesitant to accept because we know we don't want to stay here long term, but we discussed it and sought advice, and we decided it would be more financially responsible to stay here for a few years and save up from both of our salaries rather than to just go somewhere else immediately and struggle until we figure out a source of income. With that said, us staying here for a few years means there are different categories we need to budget for than if we had left the States. So I am creating new envelopes to stuff corresponding to our new needs. Since we no longer need to save up for plane tickets, I am going to take out the money for that fund and redistribute it among my other envelopes. So let's get out my old envelopes and let me get out my travel fund. Even though we plan on staying here for the next few years, my husband did ask if we were going to keep this fund. We probably will after we get the more essential, immediate stuff figured out. After a couple months, then we'll probably start stuffing this again, but more in a it won't happen for a while type of. It's a more long-term sinking fund rather than a short-term. So I'm not getting rid of this category completely, but in the meantime, I'm not keeping it. So to start off, let's take all of this out. And I actually was temporarily using this as a gas envelope. So this is all the money for gas that I need to set aside. And what we have left is $350. So 150, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 340, 345, 350. So I'm going to distribute that across my new envelopes and my old ones because I still have not received my severance package from Instacart. So we're trying to also, this was more also trying to last, to hold us over until we get the paycheck from our new job. How do I want to do this? I will gather all these together. And also, yeah, I needed to create new envelopes anyway because obviously I'm not saving up for a wedding anymore, but I was temporarily using that as like a future type of envelope, but this is my tech. This is for the tech category, so I can now remove this as well. I do not plan on bringing that category back in. I'll give it to someone else who does need that category. Let me organize these because I need to. Okay, so this is tech, this is gas, and this is from the travel fund. Ooh. Also, I'm mad. Look at, where is it? Look at this atrociously ripped 20, like, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, my phone is not focusing. I don't know who treats money that way, but it's irritating, and I want to put it in a crappy envelope that I won't care about. 10 and 2, 5. So yeah, it's only $350. Obviously, plane tickets cost a lot more than $350 when you're buying for 2 people to go international over the sea. So, but that was because I hadn't started budgeting for it until like February or March or whenever it was. So I was trying to save up for it in my bank account, but I didn't have a cash envelope to stuff yet. So that's why it's only at $350, even though we were hoping to leave by the summer. But yeah, anyway, so now we shall distribute the goods. So let me see. Groceries is just getting this 100. When I tell you I need money, because this is, we have been putting off going to the grocery store because I wanted to wait until I had stuff in my envelope for it, because I did not want to get into the mindset of, oh, I have money in my account, it's fine, I can spend it. I didn't want to fall into that. So I was really trying to avoid going to the store, but it's been a while. We really need to go. But now we can, because we have the money for it now. Miscellaneous. I'll just give this one 2 5s. I may use this for like pet food or something. Obviously this isn't enough to cover all of it. But I at least have something to take from. Nums. Usually I use my card for eating out, but more recently, just because our schedule changed, our lunch break tends to be more, we go to the city. So I'm trying to preemptively have a cash fund ready for that rather than just my card. And what are you? You are 240s. I mean, 220s to make 40. Imagine if they had $40 bills. So that now has that. I don't know if I'm remembering terribly. I feel like I made an envelope for this already, but I have no idea where it is. So regardless, we have one now. Gas, I needed, crap. You are tech, you are gas, yes. So I already have this for gas, and then I was adding in another 10. I think, yeah, I just budgeted 50 for it from my last cash stuffing. So now in gas, it's 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So far, I've been using my card, but now I have cash just in case. Okay, and now, yeah, it's a big one. So when I say we have new needs now that we're staying here, we are looking to find a new place to live. This is just a 50. So we're really, right now, my husband and I are staying with my mom, which has been nice because we haven't had to pay rent or utilities, but we have been paying for the groceries for all, I have been paying for the groceries for all 3 of us, as well as the pets, even though they're not my responsibility. So that mixed with our new schedule, and also, like, I don't know how to describe it, but our house is atrocious and legitimately, like, not exaggerating, needs to be condemned. The landlord does not take care of the property. Even if we had a fantastic job and like different schedule, whatever, regardless of how our life is going, we are leaving this house. So we're just planning on my husband and I getting our own place. And obviously I know 50 won't cover it, I promise you. But we're trying to get that in the next few months, as soon as possible, but also it varies based on what's available, unfortunately. But then also, since we will be living on our own, and honestly, even if we stayed with my mom, we want to get our own car since we have our own schedule, and many times she gets off work late. So we're also have started to research. We still need to make a decision on what car would be best. We're kind of debating on just leasing one. We're just deciding, we're researching what would be best to lease or to start buying. We're not sure. We'll figure that out, but we need a new car. And for tech, since we're staying here, my husband really needs a laptop. He sold his like back in September or October, because we were trying to get money for the plane tickets, but it wasn't enough. And yeah, for the past like almost a year, he just hasn't had a computer, and he needs one even if we're not at work. So to start off, this one is getting a 50 added to it. So now it's 50, 100, 20, 40, 50. So this has 150. And then eventually I would like to get my own new laptop because mine is however many years old. But that's not really the priority right now. The priority is his because he doesn't have any. But then also probably like he'll need a new phone because his is old and broken anyway. But right now our priority is his laptop. And then also clothes. We've been discussing this for a couple weeks now, if not months, is that regardless of where we go, whether we stay in the States or go overseas, we really want to invest in a good quality wardrobe for both of us. Because for however many years, like our entire life, basically, we've just been dealing with buying something really cheap, but compromising on quality. So then we just have to keep buying stuff that adds up after a while, and we're just sick of constantly having ripped clothes or stuff that shrinks or stuff that doesn't fit anymore. We've decided it's worth it to make clothes an entire category of its own that we can budget for. And also in the meantime, I can use it for laundry money, even if I'm not buying new clothes. Clothes category kind of covers going to the laundromat and all that, but this is getting 40. I want to get rid of this RIP 20 as fast as possible because that's disgusting. It's horrendous. Gag. But yeah, so that was all I had for this. And I know we have savings envelope. I wanted to focus more on our new envelopes that we're budgeting for rather than this one. It's not my priority right now. But yay, look how many envelopes we have now. We got all the envelopes. Oh. And this is thick now. But it's happy. But that is all I have for this video. We added in some new cash envelopes and redistributed the money from my travel fund into other categories. I've been catching up with filming consistently, but not so much with editing and uploading. I'm still behind on that, so bear with me. But you will see this at some point soon. I don't know what soon means. Sometime in this year, preferably. We'll see. But regardless, I am starting to catch up again, so just bear with me until then. You know, life is hectic. But yeah, that was all I had. I'm excited to add new envelopes. It's a new season of life that we weren't expecting, and at first we were kind of disappointed about, but the more we thought about it and the more we've planned for staying here, the more okay we are with it. It's not so much a disappointment anymore. It's more just a fun new season we get to look forward to, even though it wasn't what we were planning for. It's all right. It's still gonna turn out well, but I digress. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe to stay updated as I go throughout this journey. If you have any questions or suggestions, comment down below. This has been Traversatile. Farewell. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button below and subscribe to stay updated as I go throughout this journey. If I could talk.